All right. So it's that time of the season again, end of season. It's time for the presentation and reflect on what's going on in this season. Obviously, I wasn't here, but I've got my co-presenter a long time. He's been there. So obviously, his analysis where we need. So obviously, from an outsider's perspective, what a season it's been. Closest uh, finishing margin in the history of GCOR throughout all generations. As we see Chick taking the championship, level on points with Dino at the top, but just off of wins he takes it. It's just a sheer example of anything's possible in GCOR. You could be thinking you're down and out, but you get there in the end. So let me ask Chick quickly. How did it feel coming to that last race when you thought you were out of it, but then obviously you find yourself in that winning position?
Oh, mate. First of all, before I start, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who helped me on this way. Like, without them, this wouldn't have been made possible, Like, even the reserve drivers, like Skip Pratt and Dakota, big thanks to them. Big thanks to the team. Big thanks, obviously, to Coward at the end of the season when he was our race engineer for the final Grand Prix. Big thanks to you, mate, for being the owner of GN7, and also the other guys who helped me as well. So big thank you to everyone, and obviously all praise has to go to my Lord and Savior. Big thanks to him. But yeah, it was crazy. I thought I was out of this championship. Going into the final Grand Prix of the season, I was like, was it 14 points? No, it's 12 points. 12 points. I was 12 points behind Dino Bambino. And obviously the race before, Foop, me and Foop, we had a little altercation, putting me on the back foot. So I was just going into this final Grand Prix of the season. I was like, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to just give it my all. But I'd also, at the back of my mind, I also knew that I'd bottled this championship, Some races come to mind, like at France, when I had an easy P3 and then I went on and hit Hurricane from behind on the last lap of the last corner. That lost me crucial points. Races like even Kota, I know the disqualification was harsh, but at the end of the day, if I just wait 2 more seconds behind the safety car, I don't end up getting disqualified, So I knew I had to save it or do something to recapture this championship. But yeah, honestly, this season I've never driven so well. And as I said, big thanks to everyone. We never stopped giving up. Big thanks to Ollie Freeman for being a brilliant teammate. Brilliant teammate to me. And well, I guess now we have to move on and look on to next season, isn't it?
It's true. So obviously, Chick, very experienced driver, won many championships. I think a lot of new upcoming drivers can learn from guys like Chick at the top of how to win, how to be successful and be dominant like that. All those championships. And speaking of new drivers, then I think it's time we start the awards. And I think the most fitting place to start is with the Rookie of the Year. Then, so obviously, I'm sure you guys voted for this one, right? Yeah. Like the Rookie of the Year.
It was very close.
So
very close to me.
Here we go. So the award went then, based on all the decisions, there's a close fight for who would win. But ultimately, Rookie of the Year award goes to Cyrax. Congratulations to Cyrax. I don't think he's here.
I don't
Is
even
he
know,
here?
mate.
Or...
He was so close, man. Jeez. Even Rodica got a few. He got a few votes as well. Him, Ollie Freeman, and Rodica. They're all close.
Well, congratulations to everyone, all the rookies. It was a great season you guys put on, but ultimately Cyrax gets the award this season. So congratulations to him. Okay then. So since Cyrax isn't here, we got Ollie Freeman here though. So obviously, Ollie, you won the Constructors' Championship and you were also eligible for the Rookie of the Year. So how do you think this season went for you?
It was all right. First half was a bit dodgy. I think I crashed like multiple times under the safety car, but second half, it started to get better a bit. I think what was it Kota? I was really close to the for the win. Until Foop decided to go into the back of me, but we don't talk about that now. But yeah, and then Monza's pretty quick. Where else? Oh yeah, and France I got pole as well, which I did not expect. But and oh yeah, Dow's got 2 podiums as well, and then 2 podiums in Brazil as well, which is yeah, pretty good. So I think overall it's gone
Yeah.
pretty well, you know.
Hmm. Okay, then. So, also, as you're part of the GN7 Mercedes gang, do you think they've given you like a good place to stay in? Do you think you're comfortable there, or you know,
Yeah,
are you looking elsewhere?
yeah, I'm happy. Mercedes, you know, I like the teammate. You know, we work well together. You know, I like you as well. You know, we all work well. You know, we've done a good job, so I don't see why I want to move really. Yeah.
Cool. All right then. So, moving from Rookie of the Year, and we've got a few more awards to give out. Then, let's see. Well, so obviously it's Gen 3 season 2. We went through season 1, and there were some good performances there, but highs and lows alike. But this award is about someone who's gone from lows to highs in this season, and many of them. And so I think this was quite a dominant display in this award here. So so for the most improved driver of the season, it goes to Hurricane. I think Hurricane's here as well. So Hurricane, what's your initial reaction to receiving the most improved driver?
I'm not sure if he can speak to us this very moment.
I can't.
He'll speak to us in a minute. Yeah, he'll speak to us in a minute because he's got to switch to his phone.
I think he's too shocked to speak. So he's speechless.
He's too happy, mate. All right.
So yeah, we'll get back to Hurricane in a minute then. But for now, um, what should we do now? I guess we've got more awards to show off then. So obviously, with the with every season, you got to have the best driver. So obviously, people voting for the best driver of the season. And you know what? I'll tell the full story of this. I'll tell the full story of this. So the best driver of the season award. Initially, it was tied between Chick and Dino, yeah? But based on a general consensus between the higher ups, we decided to give it to Dino. So Dino wins the driver of the season. Now, I've never really seen Dino race, but I'll ask the driver who tied with Dino in this award. I'll ask Chick, what is it like racing with Dino? Week in, week out, and all the battles that you experience with him.
He's racing with Dino. I mean, first and foremost, I just want to say Dino is he's such a good guy. Like he never really complains. He gets on with the job at hand, and even though he lost the championship, to the closest margin that's ever been there in Gcor history, still very respectful about it. Very sportsmanship of himself um to congratulate me. Something that one of my other rivals still hasn't done to this day, but I'm not going to talk about that. And well, he's just a brilliant guy in general. I love battling with him. Every battle that we have, is always it's breathtaking. Like you saw, especially in the final race of the season, side by side, none of us wanted to give an inch. So yeah, I mean, obviously, as you said, the votes were tied between myself and Dino, but personally, I think Dino Bambino deserved um this award more than myself because he's just an amazing driver, really.
I mean, I haven't been there, but from what I've heard, Dino Bambino surely is a force to be reckoned with, and obviously under different circumstances he would have taken that championship. But obviously by the merest of margins, he loses it. But that's the reality of GCOR, isn't it? You win some, you lose some. You could be the dominant force, but you still lose. I mean, I remember that from my racing days.
Mm.
But just because you lose the championship doesn't mean you're not the best driver of the season.
Yeah, mate, he'll
So
bounce back. I know he'll bounce back. He'll come back stronger like the champ he is,
yeah,
and don't be surprised if he wins next season.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see for that then.
Mm.
So, well, I think. Okay, let's do this then. Let's present the Drivers and Constructors Championship officially then. So, obviously, Drivers' Championship goes to Chick for yet another time. So, Chick wins the championship. And obviously, the Constructors' Championship, it goes to GN7 Mercedes. So, Rapid GN7 Mercedes winning the Constructors' Championship. All right, then. I don't think Hurricane is back yet. So,
Could ask some of the other drivers what they thought about the season, you know?
yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's ask about Hurricane then. So, let me ask Midget Matt first. I haven't really spoken to him yet. So, how was it like racing alongside Hurricane? And how have you seen his improvement from last season to this season? As you know, he was the most improved driver of the season.
Well, Hurricane, my teammate, obviously started the year out at Williams. We brought him in as a reserve driver because we saw his potential as last season when he improved at the back end of the year. And I think it just shows with his results this season how much he's improved. Getting his first win, multiple podiums, always taking that P3 spot in most weekends behind Dino and Chick. In Kota, he got his win, which was a really good result. Ollie could have won it, but I was further down. I didn't really know what happened. But he's helped carry this team forward. We've moved up to P3 in the constructors this year. Obviously, he'll be leading the team at the start of next season while I'm away. So hopefully we can move on to bigger and better things while we hope Ferrari struggle and take time to build.
Nice. All right then. So now we've been kind of reflecting on this season. What is everyone's hopes for next season? Where do you guys see yourself in the next season? When we come back and do the season 3 presentation. Let's just go around. Chick, you start.
Where do I see myself next season? Hopefully fighting for another championship, for a 5th world championship. But only time will tell, really. I've got a brilliant team behind me. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful to have the greatest team in Gcor history as my team. But obviously, that means nothing as soon as you get out onto the track. Next season's going to be interesting because apparently there's going to be a little bit more traction, a little bit more grip, which should help us because tracks such as China, Saudi Arabia, last season, we struggled so much with the traction and the grip. So hopefully next season will be better than this season. But whatever happens, you already know myself, Ollie Freeman, and the whole team, we're going to be pushing 110%.
Yeah, you already know. All right. Vision Matt, on to you.
Well, next season I enter my last year of contract with Alpine. I don't see what the future holds on that regard. I could be there for years to come. I might be moving elsewhere. That's yet for me to decide. But also, I miss 5 races next season during the first half. So hopefully, I can just see myself pushing as much as I can in the back end of the season, trying to recover what I can.
All right. Well, anyways, at least Hurricane is here now, so we can finally ask Hurricane, the winner of the most improved driver of the season, how his season was and how it feels to win this award.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. You know, my goal was 6 podiums going into the season, and I got just 6. I also got a win, which I didn't expect, but I got it. And definitely could have had 8 podiums, but you know, some circumstances happened, and it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. But you know, a lot of those races, like Mexico, I was in the back, and I broke multiple wings, and all this stuff was happening. All these slow guys were wrecking in front of me, and I just had nowhere to go. And I just kept my head down, and I got second in that race. And that wasn't the first time it happened. You know, my first win at Coda, I had to come from last place to first at that crazy racetrack. And, you know, the safety car did line my way a little bit, but I did have a lot of pace. And at the end, I was really able to, you know, get some extra stuff out of the car to win. And, yeah, you know, it felt good. Definitely wish I got a podium in Portugal, but just missed it on the setup, so that wasn't a good race. But yeah, overall it was a good season.
Fair enough. What was the big difference between last season and this season in order for you to improve so much?
I think it was more. I did a lot more practice. I'm a lot more disciplined and mature, even though I'm still not fully mature, obviously, but I'm more than I was last season. I've, you know, I've made better adjustments to some setups. I've just made my own adjustments, even though there are other people's setups. I've made adjustments to them, and they fit my liking. And I've just done a lot more practice, so it's really helped me in multiple ways. And obviously, through the season, it takes a lot of effort just to do all that practice to stay at the front. But it's kind of it's worth it in the end when you see how much you improve from one season to the other.
Yeah, that's so true. I think you've done a brilliant job this season, and in general, not only just like on the improvement side of things. But yeah, oh, Genius is back. There he is. Don't know if you can speak yet. Nope. All right, I'll just continue as the host. But anyways, onto the other question that we have for you, Hurricane. What do you expect for next season?
Oh well, I'm gonna be doing my first laps in the next season's Alpine later today and probably later this week. So I haven't been in the car yet with all the new adjustments and all that, but we'll have to see. I'm not sure how the 2023 car will race, but I'm excited for the new challenge. Probably at the beginning of the season, I may be a little bit off, just trying to learn everything. But I feel like definitely after the 5th race of the season, we'll be getting consistent podiums, hopefully. But yeah, just gotta do a lot of practice with how all the new stuff works, and we'll see. I'm expecting to be, top 4 at the beginning of the season, and then start getting the consistent podiums mid-season just after I learn everything. But I'm not sure how everything works yet, so we'll just have to play it by ear, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Peter, what about you? What do you expect for next season?
For next season, what I expect, well, to be honest, I am just kind of looking forward to get some points, really. Possibly even I don't know, a P3 finish, maybe if that could actually happen. But I'm just trying to see what I can't speak. I'm trying to see what else can we do better next season. That's all that I'm just kind of looking forward to.
How do you find this season as well?
Well, this season, I mean, it was good, like the second half of it, but like really, it was kind of exciting, like at the ending, like when like the last few GPs, and basically that's all I can say, really. It's just that.
All right, that's all right, mate. What about you, Ollie? Wait, is Ollie Freeman still here? Yeah, he is. What about you, Ollie Freeman? What are your objectives and aims for next season?
Well, two things really. I just want to get a race win and beat Foop really because I don't really like him. But
Why
yeah,
Foop? What's going on there?
I don't like him basically. It's simple
Why?
as that. Well, well, Kota, he rammed in the back of me, and he just goes on about me, doesn't he? But yeah,
Have you
and
got no
plus he's
respect for him?
no,
Huh?
not really, but he's also similar level to me as well, so he's a decent target, I think.
All right, already getting some rivalries in this in
Yeah,
this era.
yeah,
What
but
about
yeah.
you? What about you, Charlie? What are your aims and objectives for next season?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if my mic was working. Help Dino win the championship. Simple as that.
Fair enough. Why have you made your move to McLaren from Ferrari? Sorry. Why have you made your move
Yeah.
to Ferrari from McLaren?
Because I feel like me and Dino can work well together and try hopefully bring the constructors home.
What was wrong with McLaren?
I just feel like there wasn't Lando wasn't driving much. I feel like we left on good terms, but yeah, I just felt a move was right.
All right. How do you find the first few races of your career as well this season? How do you find
Yeah,
this?
good. It's enjoyable, to be fair. I like racing you guys, and considering I haven't been on the game since like I bought it at the start of the year, thought I did alright, and more to come.
Fair enough. Coward, what are your aims and objectives for next season?
Well, every time I've said I want to win the championship, I've ended up rage quitting halfway through the season. So, don't want to make any goals. I'm trying to look at it more of a how do I improve instead of just saying, oh, this car's making me worse because of how the halo looks sort of thing. But yeah, it's not, I don't know how it's going to go.
Why have you made your move to Red Bull?
Well, didn't have much choice, did I? All the other seats were pretty dry. Sidkofa, well, he's alright. He can be a bit hot-headed and erratic, that's the word, erratic. But he's still decent paced. I mean, he's probably my best chance at all of them at getting the constructors at least. So.
Do you see yourself fighting for the championship next season?
Well, I've been doing practice at Australia now, and I've turned off all my assists. And it's not like last game where it was a bit iffy and I was struggling. This game, I can drive no assists easily. It's not a struggle at all. So, and well,
So
I've made an assist for Australia already. I just need to do practice on other tracks really.
So can we expect you winning some races next season?
I don't want to make any promises.
All right. And who else have I not asked? I think we've asked everyone now what we think about the season. So yeah, thank you for being here for the end of season presentation. On behalf of not only myself but Genius Nature as well. Unfortunately, he had some issues, but he's here. That's what matters. Next season will begin. Well, pre-season will begin on the 22nd of July on F123 actually. So in the meantime, we will be doing some mini tournaments. Yet to be like confirmed, those mini tournaments. But yeah, what a season we've had. Congratulations to the award winners. Congratulations to Sarax on Rookie of the Year. Congratulations on Hurricane on Most Improved Driver of the Year. And congratulations to Dino Bambino on the Best Driver of the Year. So yeah, next time we will see each other is, well, the mini tournaments, but for proper racing will be race 1 at Japan on the 29th of July. So hope I can see you there. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.